Alright, what's cracking with y'all? It's your boy Prince the Hustle God, aka Wise the Warlock. And we reaching in our combat tool bag one more again. It is a cold black affair. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. LDBC or nothing, LDBC only, LDBC everywhere. So, Adrien Broner returns. He just had his press conference, and let's say he didn't have his press conference yet. He's announced essentially that he'll have his press conference with Brian Custer on Brian Custer's podcast. AB, when they shot the first question to him, he essentially said he rambled out that they gonna keep pushing this fight back and changing the weight and they want to give me a Zoom or internet computer. That's the word he used. A computer press conference. He said they don't do Floyd like that in his exhibitions, and they don't do these other guys like that. And basically said, well, not basically, he said, if it's F me, then it's F y'all, and walked out and said he's gone and dipped on out. So AB, Adrien Broner, the problem. I have to give my honest analysis on just this, him speaking for the first time in a long time publicly, and he raised Tank. You know, he's the one who brought Tank to Floyd Mayweather. So the tactics that we see, the promotional tactics that we see with Tank and Floyd Mayweather, we can never put those past Adrien Broner. And I want to preface that by saying Adrien Broner got me into boxing. Watching Adrien Broner, it was like 2016 whenever I first started watching anything boxing related, and it was Adrien Broner, and he literally gave me that he initiated that itch in boxing for me. But in the same vein that he raised Tank, Floyd Mayweather raised AB. So and just for the sake, so that we get a full three-dimensional view on what I mean when I say this. Floyd, in essence, looked at both elements of Roy Jones and James Toney, but we could all agree predominantly James Toney. He just didn't wear it as well. So, yeah. But getting back to the point, I laid the groundwork to say that AB could be completely BSing us, you know? He could be just saying this to stir up controversy to sell the fight. That's one way to look at it. And another way to look at it is this fight has been announced quite a bit ago. You can check my page. I have a video on AB returning, and this wasn't the initial date. The date has changed. Now, on that press conference, Omar Figueroa said that the weight was always 140 for him. And we know boxing, so it could have been like games to try to make sure like AB had a weight advantage. Who knows? That's not my belief. It's just you can't put anything past anyone in boxing at this point. But seeing as AB said the weight has changed, that does leave you to question, since Omar Figueroa said it's never changed for him. But so one way to look at it is that, yeah, he was BSing us and is trying to sell this fight. But the other way is to look at this is AB's way of keeping it real or telling the truth. And we know when he does tell the truth, it's sometimes hard to separate or discern between his seriousness and his comedy. But in my opinion, it could be a bit of both. In my opinion, he's frustrated with Al Haymon. Al Haymon doesn't speak, but he has done like magnificent things for boxing, so we could only assume that he's no dummy and he knows what's going on. And as a businessman, you only give the necessary people the necessary information that they need to complete the job that you need done, because everyone doesn't need to know the bigger picture, or at least in full detail. People would like to know how they play in the bigger picture, and I think that could be where some of the frustration comes from with Adrien Broner. But in that same vein, he could be using his frustration and being emotional to also stir up some controversy, because Adrien Broner will say F Floyd today and then reach out to Floyd for guidance or advice tomorrow. He'll say he's done with boxing today and come back tomorrow. But yeah, Adrien Broner makes a public statement, and it ain't pretty. If it's F me, it's F y'all. Till next time, guys, check out Acting Right TV on YouTube, 94 Films on YouTube, 94 Sun God on Instagram, HFO The Firm on YouTube and Instagram. Please like, share, subscribe. Check out everything LDBC. Check out TrillTalk.net, Simple Truth Network, and Black Gents Grooming Company. Till next time, guys.